All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Professional Time Wasters podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Fire, and my co-host, Coolshirt.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. And honestly, there's been something on my mind for a very, very long time. It's going to be more of a rambly kind of episode, though. I'll say that. And that's, dude, PvP games.
That's every episode.
That is true. PvP games and why, like, you've completely given up on them. And at least for me, I keep.
You're coping.
Well, yeah, I'm coping for one, but I'm also looking. Like, I feel like
You're looking for the next great, hit.
Oh, I'm not looking for the next great hit, but I'm looking for something my speed.
That can fulfill the void that you have had for a long time.
Yeah. Because, like, I went from Halo, like, specifically online, like, PvP. I went from Halo Reach to Black Ops 2 in specific, then back to Halo Reach. And from there, I switched over to Destiny, like Destiny 1 for a time. Then, of course, we had Destiny 2, but Destiny 2 never scratched that same itch, honestly. And
No, Destiny 1's PvP was a lot more satisfying.
it was a lot more fun. It was a lot more of a, how to put it, it felt fun. It felt, no, I wouldn't say sweaty.
It felt like a video game.
There you go. That's the best way to put it. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. As for like the fall of PvP games, because I'd argue that PvP games, specifically first-person shooters, are some of the worst games that you can buy nowadays. And it is,
you basically buy a incomplete copy of a video game that you're going to have to buy the updated version next year, and it's pretty garbage. And every iteration of it is also garbage.
I mean, for some, yes. For others,
I'm more talking about like Call of Duty and things like that. But
yeah, what I say by that is, I mean, like you end up buying a game that is filled to the brim with microtransactions. The balancing is all over the place, and the community sentiment as well is all over the place. It feels like riding a roller coaster, especially with community sentiment over PvP games. Like sometimes it's like, oh, it's really, really great, and you know, like nothing is better than this. We're on top of the world. Then an update comes out, you know,
and everything's going to shit.
Yeah. And it makes me miss, like, I remember back in the day when the game came out, that's what you got. There was some balance updates sometimes, you know, but most of the time there wasn't. You know, I think of Halo Reach, what you got was what you got until they added Bloom,
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, which was annoying.
Yeah. Back then, all you would get were like maps and map packs and all that. A lot of PvP games, though, nowadays have switched over to like the free-to-play model. And that free-to-play model
seems to be where the money's at, where it's basically like you stay on one game and then like essentially buy a bunch of content for that specific game.
I mean, that's one way to see it. The way I view it is more like you go and you buy the game anywhere now from about $40 to $70, which is ridiculous. Back then, for $60, you got a game that PvP was just one part of the game. But now it's mainly PvP. Then on top of that, there's a battle pass. There's a season pass. You know, and then you have microtransactions in the form of whether it be loot boxes, skins, like character skins, weapon skins, and all that, you know, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And I know that, oh man, we inch closer and closer every day to like forgetting what a good, like, complete package was for a video game. But I'm going to be honest, we sailed by that long time ago. I mean, Halo, in my opinion, the most complete package ever, Halo Reach, is 16 years old. So
yeah,
it might as well have been 100 years ago.
In today's economy, that's like ancient technology.
Yeah.
And you're talking about moon ruins, Fire. The younger generation doesn't even know what any of that means.
I know. The younger generation is used to Fortnite. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel
they're used to all the bad practices.
Yeah. And that
They don't know what it used to be like.
yeah, that's a real
They're
shame because
yeah.
I used to be one of the people that would like harp on the idea of we need to go back, we need to go back. We can't forget what we had in the past because the past is better or was better. At least entertainment wise, I still like think that way. But like there's just so many people nowadays, and especially those with the loudest voices, like it's drilled into my mind. There's this one Destiny, well, he used to play Destiny YouTuber, that anytime the community would complain about something, he wouldn't even, he'd always say, I'm not even going to talk about the cash shop because that's a foregone conclusion. Forget about it. They're not budging with that. And to me that's just a symbol of defeat. Like it's very defeatist. And it's part of the reason why modern video games, and specifically in this case modern PvP, is just, it doesn't feel rewarding, you know?
Yeah.
And that's one thing for me. Like I don't understand how people can go and work a 9 to 5 job or whatever and then come home to a game that is filled with busy work and just feels like a job, That's not
It's like
even,
their second job essentially.
yeah, it's not even gaming anymore. I mean, bounty systems, fucking certain game modes that people will say feel like a chore, leveling systems nowadays that why, like, you're leveling to chase something. That's another thing too. Is like I feel like for most people there has to be a chase now in a PvP game. Like
Yeah.
there's always a chase. Like I'm chasing after this earnable thing. I'm chasing after this. It's no longer about playing the game just to play the game.
Yeah, because like I feel like back in the day we used to have like a progression system where like if the longer we played, like there were special items that you would unlock that like basically signified that like you know you've reached this pinnacle of success. Nowadays, you basically have to buy a battle pass in order to like basically pay your way to the top, and then you can basically flex on poor people.
Yeah.
But everybody used to be on the same playing field, and there was no like pay to entry. The pay to entry was just buying the video game itself.
Yeah, you bought the game and you got everything. And hey, if you liked the game, here's more game,
Yeah,
And that leads or like kind of steps into another like God, I need to stop talking like that. I sound like such a douche. But that just reminds me of like another complaint that I've seen on the internet where there's people buy a battle pass, right? Or they go and they buy a DLC and then they get pissed that they have to play the game in order to unlock things instead of it just being unlocked right off the bat. Have you seen those?
yeah,
Like I remember back in the day, like your whole point in playing the game was, one, you enjoyed it, it was fun. Two was you wanted that special gear. But now no matter how bad the economy is, like it seems like in the world at whatever point in time, for some odd reason, there's always people that just spend tons of money on these microtransactions or loot boxes or all this crap, And it just makes me wonder, like, where's the money coming from,
yeah.
And I don't. These are also like the same people that'll go and scream that gas is too expensive, or like, I can't afford this, that, and the other at the grocery store. But you go and look at their Fortnite account, and they have like 100+ skins or however much, in that game.
That's like walking up to somebody who says they're broke all the time, and then you see like their giant Lego collection.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of that.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
And we all know Legos ain't cheap these days.
oh no. Lego is incredibly expensive. I mean, and it's kind of suffering from the same issue that video games are suffering from, just corporate greed, and idiots that will pay whatever price and defend it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. So, I don't know. I don't know what's your opinion on this as somebody who's completely sworn off PvP games.
Well, you see, I've become like the retired dad who just doesn't want to play PvP games anymore because I don't have the desire nor drive to like sweat my ass off on any of these games that like require you to like basically make it your second day job essentially in order to actually compete because you have to basically learn like all these different terminologies and techniques and call outs and all this other bullshit and everything. And I like and those are things that like I was aware of and like like Destiny. I knew a lot of the call outs from that just because I played it so often and that was basically my day job on the other end. Kind of glad I don't play that anymore either. But I don't know. It's just like it doesn't feel as rewarding anymore. Like when you win a match or lose a match, it just kind of feels empty. It doesn't feel as fun as it used to because there's a lot less of like that community aspect to PvP games. And it's always more of just like this hollow husk of what it once was. Where like back in the day, if you were in a PvP lobby, you had people shit talking each other and like laughing and making jokes. Nowadays, nobody's ever on comms. And
Yeah.
if they are, it's just, the most sanitized bullshit where somebody gets their fifis hurt and they start crying in the corner because they're like a little bitch. And it's not a woman, but like it's a guy who's just like, has, daddy issues or some shit or
Oh
mommy
yeah.
issues.
No, fucking women don't play PvP games.
Women don't play video games. Women don't exist.
No.
Yeah, yeah. No, in the gaming industry, like your gaming world, women are a myth. If you're talking to a woman online, it's a guy with a voice changer.
The only PvP game or like game or genre
Valorant. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Valorant.
no,
The only time you're ever going to meet a real woman
me,
is Valorant.
no,
Shut up,
no,
man.
hold on. The only time you'll meet a real woman or a real woman in a video, a real woman in a video game is if you're playing a hero shooter and she's a healer, man.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Or like, or you lose a $50,000 Marvel Rivals tournament.
That's exactly what I mean.
I mean, we gotta go there. Come on.
No,
that was pretty bad because you're breaking the vibes, bro.
Oh god, the vibes.
The vibes. God, the word vibes in any video game lobby is like an instant kick. It's like, all right, what's the shape of Italy, bitch?
Dude, it's so funny when it comes to PvP because like I remember back in the day, games were like super sweaty, but they were fun.
Oh yeah, they were really fun.
They
were super competitive. Like OG Halo lobbies were so competitive.
Yeah,
but they were so much fun.
Exactly. Like everyone could be sweating their ass off, but because of the way the game was made, you could still have fun.
And you felt rewarded for actually achieving like good scores like in that game.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you're playing Halo, because like you're a part of a community. You're also like going after like medals and things like that, and also gotta give credit to the medals from Halo, like unfreaking believable.
The voice acting was great.
Peak, dude. You can't tell me that shit wasn't like half of like the most rewarding part of like even in Call of Duty as well. Like yeah, like the kill streaks and stuff like that, and like that whole like reward structure that they implemented there. But both are very entertaining and made the overall gameplay a lot of fun. But I don't know. I don't really see the appeal of Fortnite. I kind of just like played it a little bit back in like 2018 or whatever, and then I was just like, yeah, this game sucks, and I uninstalled it.
Yeah. Well,
like.
That was also the era before games started introducing the KDA system, which a lot of PvP games now use.
Yeah, that is something I've noticed is like that kill death ratio sort of thing.
No.
Or KDR.
No.
Kill death average?
No. Kills, deaths, and assists.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the assist thing is kind of gay. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't get the kill, don't give me any points. I didn't kill anybody. Like wow, I tickled a guy. I don't want a freaking pity party award for that. It's like the participation trophy of a reward structure in the leaderboards.
Exactly. Well, it's also a mixture of that, and it's a lot of games now. Like they push for that esports scene, or they push for that streamer scene, and I don't understand how you can make games, quote unquote, super hyper competitive for this less than 1% crowd. Yet your games are so unbalanced, so unfun, and so unplayable. That's on top of the butchered art styles, because of the free to play models. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like most streaming and YouTube culture are revolving around games nowadays attracts some of the worst people on the internet or just in the world in general. And it's a real shame because those people have so much influence on what the game actually is. They'll sit here and they'll tell you every single day, no, the game devs don't listen to me. I don't have as much influence as you think, you know, while they go and the moment a new game comes out or a new expansion or season or whatever to a game comes out, they are running head first into meta builds on their channels. You know, they're running meta, like meta fucking team comps, and they play. They all know each other. They all play together. You know, and that's where like the fucking pub stomping comes into play. Like, when is the last time before Destiny 2 died, by the way? But when was the last time you saw streamers who were playing the game, like playing Trials of Osiris, and not like in a full stack, actually going flawless every single time? You know,
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like the one of the popular things I noticed in the streaming community is like there's like people who just carry people to flawless.
Yeah, there's no.
That was something I noticed as like a big thing. And like I've seen streamers like lose games but like most of the time like they have like the most meta loadouts and like they kit themselves to where they're able to basically just manipulate their way through the game because they know the devs.
Now, granted, before somebody complains in the comment section, if you're going to leave a comment, if you're going, you're that. There's no issue playing to win and using a meta loadout in a meta playlist. That's not the problem. The main problem comes from the fact that there are people who just do that 24/7. Different strokes for different folks. If curb stomping for you for some odd reason is your idea of fun, more power to you.
Then you should go play Dark Souls 2.
But here's my take on this. If you want to sweat your ass off, if you want to sit there and beat your chest and say, I'm a god tier gamer, I should be going pro, what the fuck are you doing inside of the casual playlist?
What's the idea with like alt accounts too?
Alt accounts, it's because,
or like Smurf accounts, that whole concept. I found that retarded as well. Like what is even the point of that?
So
it's like you're tired of playing at a high level that you've sweated your ass to get to, so you want to go beat up some new players. Like, what the fuck is that's so stupid.
Yeah, so I've heard like so many different reasons for that. I've heard I just want like I don't want to sweat my ass off. I just want a chill, laid back game, you know? Or well, I want to play with my friends who aren't that high skilled or all that. Once again, that's where the quick play playlist comes in.
And like I will say, I have a little bit of experience with that because I remember playing a lot of Overwatch comp for a bit. But the thing is that there's one thing I never really had a problem with that because of the fact that I was never that good at Overwatch comp, and I never tried to be. So I was just playing the game just to have fun. And like I think I made like the furthest I ever got was platinum in like the seasons or whatever.
I never
gave a shit. Did you ever make it past gold?
I got into platinum, but like
okay. It ain't that hard though.
No, it's not. But like my thing was like I never
do that in like one night.
Yeah, but I didn't want to play the game by myself. By the time
no, same. Yeah, I wanted to play with the boys, and I think I played a lot with like you guys as well.
Yeah, like I never wanted to play the game by myself, and most of the time that I played, this might be cope. This is probably 99% cope.
You're coping. You're coping. But, I already know what you're gonna say. Cope.
So I would do so well, then I would get to like those matches where like it was like the deciding factor, and I would have someone quit, or I would literally have somebody who I swear to God they let the fucking assisted living facilities on the Xboxes at the time.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And that, mind you,
You're telling me you had some retarded teammates. Okay, I see how it is.
yeah, mind you, this was before the education crisis that we're in now, which is another reason why I don't play PvP games anymore. You know?
I don't even want to imagine what like the IQ level is of these people who eat shit and sleep and play PvP games are. I wonder if they could answer me like a simple math equation.
I doubt it. I doubt
Like
it.
we're talking like we're talking like just like something very simple. Like what is the Pythagorean theorem?
Buddy, I can't even tell you off the top of my head what the Pythagorean theorem is.
I mean, I actually can, but
no, but the reason I say all of that is because goddamn man, these competitive people, thankfully most of them have lost their relevance. Like not one of the ones that I couldn't stand was Ninja, because Fortnite was really popular at the time, and Halo
doesn't
Infinite.
even stream it anymore.
I have no idea.
Did he get like banished to Kick or something?
No, he didn't get banished to Kick. He took a deal, yeah, like a deal to go stream on some other platform.
I know he was on like that one Microsoft one that they made, but like that never even took off and it kind of just died. I think it was like Mixer or some shit.
Oh yeah.
That was a while ago though. Like,
yeah,
I haven't kept up with Ninja. The last thing I heard about him was like him saying the N-word or something like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason he was popular, because he's never been that good at video games. Or at least video games that actual, adults
it's
play.
weird because my first interaction with like even knowing about who Ninja was Halo 5.
Yeah. I mean, he
was like the shitty competitive scene surrounding that game.
Dude, the competitive scene's part of the reason why Halo's dead.
Oh, I know. That's what killed Halo.
Microsoft, Halo Studios, 343.
No. Microsoft gave it to the shittiest company known to mankind and let them make like 5 bad games. I don't even know how many games it was at this point. We got like, because I do consider Master Chief Collection a game that they made because like it was a train wreck at launch.
Oh yeah, no. So it's MCC, Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite.
4 was before MCC though, because MCC had Halo 4 on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, because that makes more. Yeah, because
so there's 4.
Yeah, just 4 games.
They have destroyed what is
the best thing that's come out in the era of 343 is Halo Wars 2.
I can't argue with that. I love Halo Wars 2.
It's a great game. I absolutely enjoyed the shit out of it whenever it came out. That was the most Halo fun I've had with a Halo franchise game since the OG stuff, like in that era. Like I was super disappointed with Halo 5 whenever it first came out. I played through the campaign day 1, and I was just like, God, this is ass. Like it was super easy. I played the campaign on Legendary like first run. I don't even think that the campaign was that hard like on Legendary, but I'm trying to remember like what even like happened. I mean, I just remember like all the the NPCs that you play with just died all the time.
That's the funny thing. No one can like no matter.
I don't even remember their names. I remember we were talking about Vale the other day, but I don't even remember the other ones' names.
Yeah, but that's because most PvP
Vale's
players,
retarded, but I mean,
are just mad gooners now.
Vale's such a stupid looking character anyways. Like there was the fake propaganda campaign with like the Locke versus Master Chief thing or whatever, the Hunt the Truth thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the game, by the way. There was none of that in the game. That was like false advertisement.
There's one of the worst fight scenes in any video game ever.
You can't call that a fight scene. That was like a fucking bitch slap fight. It wasn't even like a fight. It's like the equivalent of watching the Batman versus Superman fight.
I've seen two. Okay, listen. I've seen 2 Type B statistics fighting in a Walmart parking lot with more choreography than that game had.
Yeah, that's fair. I've seen crackheads fight over a pack of cigarettes with more interesting choreography.
Yeah, I mean that it's funny because Halo is probably the most like slept on, like core Halo, like Bungie era Halo is the most like slept on PvP formula that is not being tapped into right now. And it's a real shame, especially when you see the PvP slop that Bungie's putting out now while sitting here
with like a marathon and everything. Yeah.
And the other thing that bothers me with that is just, look, if you genuinely like it, you genuinely like it. But I feel like that game is being propped up by lies. And
it's being propped up by the dead Destiny community and a bunch of money.
Yeah. that's another thing too.
That's
Like,
about it.
take a shot every time I say that's another thing too. But
All right, yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Well, you're gonna have to start a counter, and then every time you do that is the amount of hours you gotta like stream Dark Souls 2 on the channel.
I love Dark Souls too.
But you can only use the broken straight sword.
I hate Dark Souls too. So the
There
the
you go.
the thing with it is like every time a new PvP game comes out or just a game in general, like you just see all of these streamers that do not give a flying fuck about this genre of game, you know.
Oh no, they're
Like,
just getting sponsored.
yeah,
The moment the sponsorship's up, where do you think they're gonna go?
back to fucking Nintendo slop like usual.
Or just to whatever their normal content is?
Yeah, unless you're a Destiny content creator, then
You're just playing.
you're dead in the water.
You're playing it like a playground that has nobody there.
It's like one of those. I'd
It's like a
argue.
ghost town over there.
I was about to say I'd argue that like Chernobyl has more population
Oh,
than,
God.
than the Destiny 2 PvP
I
scene
mean,
right now.
you're probably not wrong on that one. I'm gonna be real.
So you know another thing too that really sucks. I only recently noticed this because I was coping with it for like probably the past like 10 years.
Yeah.
They've changed matchmaking in PvP games. Like
Yeah.
it does not feel the same as it did like in the 360 PlayStation 3 era where like
Yes, they've completely changed the framework of how it operates. That's why it's dog shit now.
yeah, like you have skill-based matchmaking and I understand that, you know, that's a debate in itself whether it should be skill-based or connection-based and
I think connection based is the only thing that matters.
I disagree. I'm purely on the team of somewhere in the middle because
I see what you mean by that, but like my argument is like, did we have skill based matchmaking back in the day?
yes, we did.
Wait, really?
Yes. So, what a lot of people say is, oh, we need to go back to the Halo style of matchmaking. I agree on one thing with that. Do you remember in the original Halo Reach, before you even launched a game, like a PvP game or whatever, it gave you like a little three little selecting options of what you wanted to prioritize.
Oh yeah, I actually remember that. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So even with that off, there was slight, very
You know what's
sl-
funny? I think that there was even that in the Transformers PvP, which is funny.
well, that
For
was
Transformers Fall Cybertron and everything.
that was once again, never forget what they took from you. A thing
Yeah,
that
I
a
know.
lot of games used to have that they took away because remember, ladies and gentlemen, game devs and game companies think that they're better than you and you're an idiot. Never forget that. So there was some minor skill-based matchmaking, but it was always the second priority after connection.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's purely skill-based matchmaking, and skill-based matchmaking is great when you have a really high population of people playing, but
But if you don't, then you're just pretty much
yeah,
screwed. Yeah.
then you're playing somewhere in America or like in North America, getting put up against arguably fucking the worst place to get matched with, Australia. Have you ever played a match against someone from Australia?
Yes. I've
It's
played many games with
awful.
Australians.
I feel so bad for them. Like I've heard the horror stories of like how their PvP systems are, like their matchmaking, because like no matter what, you're basically like an ocean away from any other fucking server, you know? 'Cause
Honestly, like the guys I've played with haven't really had that many problems, to be honest. And if they do, they don't really complain about it that often.
I mean, this is also like if you're playing PvP with like depending on your game, whether
Trust me, only games I've ever played with those guys were PvP.
yeah, well, like Destiny 2, for example, has does not have dedicated servers. It's purely peer to peer.
Yeah.
So that's where your main issues come.
Pretty sure most of the Australians I've ever played with were on Destiny too.
Yeah, same. Funny enough. Also,
Yeah.
some Halo, MCC and Halo Reach. But back in the day, like I don't know what it was. I used to run off Wi-Fi and have no issues. You
I
know?
ran off Wi-Fi and I had like some issues back in the day, but like it just depended on like what internet provider we had at the time and like what issues and stuff we had with the house. But ever since I've started playing on like wired connection, the only time I have an issue is when the internet goes out.
Yeah, I mean, hard like Ethernet is the way,
Oh yeah,
but like back in the day, I never.
even for consoles, I feel like it's the way.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because like
You can get away with
it's not
Wi-Fi
hard.
if you're in the same room as the router, though.
If you're in the same room with the router, there's no point not just running a cable to your console.
I mean,
It
if the
costs like
router's
nothing
on
to do that.
if the router's on one side of the room, and you know,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's literally what I've got going on in my room. I've literally got like my consoles on the other side of the room from where my like Ethernet input into the room is. So I ran like a 50-foot cable like to the baseboard under the carpet and everything, and just stuck it in there.
oh, I'm sorry, I don't have carpet, so
Sorry. Yeah. Well,
I have tile, and that tile has claimed many a Nintendo 3DS,
and Androids
and oh yeah, and Androids. It's claimed many.
and Star Wars figures.
No, those things are built like tanks. The old ones are built like tanks, so like they can survive.
But not the disposable Miku figurines.
No, I've ran through more Mikus than PvP players have ran through like squeakers and all that.
Yeah, but wait, can we talk about the fact that squeakers don't exist anymore?
Yeah. So funny.
That's like a thing that's like a thing of the past. Like nobody talks about that anymore.
So the reason why I posed this question to you the other day about like when is the last time in a multiplayer game you heard a kid or like a squeaker. And once again, for the audience that's listened this far, 1, thank you. 2, what are you doing with your time, please? And 3, tell me down below when's the last time you heard or like saw one.
Like we're talking like an 11-year-old boy who's like saying he's gonna fuck your mom or some shit.
Yeah.
Like when's the last time you've heard that in like a PvP lobby or just anything in that like that vein of existence? Because shit talking kid. The thing is they don't exist anymore for some reason.
They don't, and it's weird. And mind you, I'm not going out looking for them. Okay, I'm not.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, the thing is that we don't play Roblox or Minecraft that often. If we do play Minecraft, it's just amongst adults. So
I'm not
on any servers.
Neither of us in here are Minecraft YouTubers. Let me make that very clear. Okay.
But FireWire does like Roblox quite a bit.
I fucking despise Roblox.
I've never actually played it, so
I've been peer pressured into playing it one time. It was the worst experience ever.
I mean, one of my second cousins showed me his like Switch where he was playing like the Hassan's dog mini game or whatever, and I was like, this is pretty funny. But I mean, that's about my only exposure to the game, like as far as like playing it.
There's I don't know, man. Like I remember I remember one time like I ran into a squeaker in Overwatch. I was playing the Junkenstein event, right?
Yeah. I mean, the classic event,
And so it was me and another friend who was on like the original run of the podcast. And we were looking for people because we were trying to get all the achievements on there. And we got 2 guys, one of which was a squeaker who was just screaming his head off, and he was genuinely awful. And fucking we're like, yeah, oh my god, we can't fucking handle it. So we gave the like universal code between us, like which was, I really want to go get a cup of Arizona green tea right now, which was the key to boot that motherfucker out of here. So we booted one of the guys, right?
Wait, that was the safe word amongst you two?
It was the safe word amongst that entire group.
I've never heard you say that before.
The Arizona green tea?
Yeah, and I've known you for like 10 years.
Yeah, that's been the thing.
I've never heard you say Arizona. I've never even heard you like mention Arizona green tea in front of me.
It's
like I like Arizona green tea, don't get me wrong, but like I've never heard you talk about it before.
I don't think I've ever really needed it because like when you and I play like multiplayer games, yeah, we had a full lobby of people.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I could have used that safe word in some raid lobbies. I'm not gonna lie, but
yeah,
Destiny. But yeah, oof.
No, so continuing the story, right? So we kicked the guy, right? And me and my friend are like, oh my god, that guy was so fucking annoying. Like, oh my god, I'm doing this, mom, shut the fuck up. And then midway through, his mother, like the squeaker's mother, came in and he just started screeching, no, mommy, not the mop, not the mop, mommy. And we start recreating that, and we're dying laughing. And we asked the random that we didn't kick, and we're like, right, that guy was so annoying. And the squeaker was the one that we didn't kick. The one where, and he was like, yeah. Neither of
Oh, that's funny.
neither of us said a word. We just kicked him, and then we died laughing for a good half an hour.
That's crazy.
That, I'm gonna be honest, I know I've had more like run-ins with squeakers, especially back in like the Halo Reach era and the 360 era, but like I genuinely don't remember it because I'm pretty sure it always just evolved into me just basically telling the squeaker that his balls needed to drop before he was allowed to be in this game.
Oh my god. I mean, the thing is that like whenever I was making fun of squeakers, like I was around the same age as these squeakers a lot of the time, which was funny, but I had a deeper voice. I've always kind of had a deeper voice.
Yeah.
I mean, you could disagree with that if you'd like, but I mean, I don't really
I'm
think
not-
like
no,
I've
I'm
never
not-
actually
I'm
been
not-
called a squeaker before.
I'm not
And, like,
disagreeing with it.
It's just like I remember these people like it's yesterday, and I'm like, God, I want like if I saw this guy at like a high school, I would kick his ass. Is like usually the way I would like like just think about these people whenever I'd be in a call with them, because I'm like, one of the things that squeakers used to do all the time in these fucking lobbies was sing random songs
Oh my
that either
god,
they
you're right.
either like stuff that they made up themselves or just like popular hits or some shit. And I'm like, this guy does not have a voice at all. And I'm like, I want to rip his teeth out.
Dude, it was either that.
It was always that. Like it was
No,
always
no,
in
no.
like Destiny raid lobbies too.
No, no.
It was like always those idiots. It's like while we're like waiting for somebody like to use the restroom or some shit, or like somebody to take
they'd
their
start
dog out.
playing, or
Like,
they'd start playing music.
playing music. Yeah, that too. And then they'd sing like do karaoke on the mic, and I'm like, can we kick this guy? And like most of the time, they'd always be the group leader. Like fucking hell.
I remember back in the day, like in between like 360 and where
Crazy.
we're at now, there was like a whole
The thing is, that was a 360 thing. That was
I
like
know.
an Xbox One thing.
but there was like a whole movement like of people trying to be like, hey man, you were young once too, you know. Don't those people were all confirmed to be on the Epstein list, but
Yeah, because they were the ones trying to keep the kids around.
yeah,
I
they
was trying
were
to
the
bully
ones
them.
that were like, hey, you need to be nice to them, you need to, you know, you were a kid once too. And I'm like, thank God I never went to parties with you, fucking Diddy.
Yeah, I know. Like, and the best part is like I was always like around the same age as these idiots, so I would be like, "What's your excuse?"
These are like relics, like these are
Yeah, I
what,
know.
like relics of like an era that most people like, with how quote unquote popular games are, like even online. And once again, I'm not going out looking for it. And I hate that I have to fucking clarify that now because of the way the internet is. But like whenever
It's just the way it is now. You
Yeah.
can't really change that.
where are the kids? Like where are the, you know,
They're not gaming, man. I feel like we have the conclusion. It's like no, the kids aren't into video games, man. They're into like social media doom scrolling and like I don't know, YouTubers and shit. Like, what do kids even do these days? Like, I don't even know.
the only thing I know is like my neighbor has like a granddaughter, and like the couple times I would go over to watch like football or whatever, she
Yeah.
would be on her tablet playing Roblox.
God, don't tell me all kids play Roblox and Fortnite.
I have no idea, but like she had like
I mean, I assume that's where they're all at. I just don't know.
I assume, because I mean, I don't know, like back in the day I remember
To be fair though, Fire, we play like video games that like retired dads play.
No, I play games that 30-year-old single white women play. We
Yeah,
are
you
not
do. I'm
the-
more
we
referring
are not
to like
the same.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're not the same. You're not wrong.
We are not the same.
I mean, some of those games like coincide with each other.
Stardew Valley does not coincide with a 30-year-old dad.
I mean, I would say Skyrim is one of those games where, like, I feel like you could be like a retired 30-year-old dad, like 30, 40-year-old dad or some shit.
Dude, the only
Or like
or
a
an
like a
e-girl.
millennial cat girl or whatever, like that doesn't have any like family members or
No,
some
but
shit.
those all picked up and moved on to Baldur's Gate 3.
You're not wrong. That's true.
Oh man. Okay.
I remember I met this one guy who was like in his 50s, retired, living alone, like in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, and he was telling me about like his heyday on like Titanfall 2 and everything. And I was like, and like Destiny as well. And I was like, damn, this is like one of those guys I'd probably like get in a raid group with. And I was doing internet installs at the time. That's the only reason I met this guy. I was working at Spectrum, but
yeah.
it was super chill. He had like this crazy good like a gaming setup and everything. I forgot exactly like what game he said it was his favorite, but I remember he was like a huge Halo and Destiny player.
I feel like,
damn.
I feel like there's like a group, like a certain.
There's a demographic there.
Yeah. Like
there's to say like they exist.
There's a stereotype there, like.
Yeah, I know.
Like like if you give me 3 games, like I feel like I could do this with almost anyone. That's how many games I either have played or I know of. That if you tell me 3 games that you like and have played, I could guess at least one other one.
Okay, what can you tell me about a like 55-year-old guy who has like 4 kids and has like 7,000 hours on Ark Survival Evolved?
So number 1, he hates his fucking family.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you this right now, no happy human being plays Ark Survival Evolved.
No, like there's no happiness in that game.
And before anyone gets offended, the reason I know is because I've played Ark Survival Evolved.
I've also
and
played
I'm
Ark
not
Survival
happy,
Evolved.
and you're not happy either.
Like, I've played a good bit of that game on PC by myself because I didn't have anyone to play it with, and I was just like, God, this game sucks.
Dude, the only reason I refuse to play that game is I fear that it will melt my computer, and RAM is too expensive to play that game.
That's why I don't want to play Helldivers anymore.
And there's many reasons why I don't want to play Helldivers anymore.
That's one of the main. That's actually straight up one of the main reason I won't play Helldivers anymore.
RAM is too fucking expensive to play some of this shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Like, I mean, I'm like giving my computer a heat stroke every time I open up Skyrim, but you know.
Yeah, but that's fine.
I give it like the occasional heart palpitations, and I'm just training it until failure.
Yeah, but you also have backups, so.
I mean, yeah, I do.
You've got a full set of DDR4 you can fall back on. Most people don't.
I have a whole ass computer I could fall back to if I needed to.
Yeah.
I just have to downgrade my graphics quality a little bit.
Ah, boo-hoo.
Yeah, I know, boo-hoo. Probably can't. I probably wouldn't be able to play Space Marine 2 anymore.
You don't play it anymore anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of done with that game.
Okay. I think we've rambled for a bit. So let's wrap up,
move on to the finale.
Yeah,
we gotta get our little list out.
Yeah, before we wrap this up, Coolshirt and I played a little game. Also, meaning I gave Coolshirt like less than 12 hours to figure this out, and he still messed it up slightly.
I still didn't do any of the homework.
Yeah. What is your Mount Rushmore of PvP games?
I feel like you should start us off since you're the host.
Yeah. So my Mount Rushmore, in no specific order, mind you, is the original Battlefront 2 for the 360, that era.
It was not on the 360. I don't know what you're capping about, dude.
Retarded.
That 360 wasn't even a console when this game came out.
Okay, it was for the original Xbox. My bad. The naming.
Yeah, you wanna know why I know that? Because I have the OG copy.
So do I.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're a fake fan over here.
So do
never
I.
played it before.
Listen, you're not wrong.
It was also on the game. I think it was on the GameCube as well.
It might have been. I don't know. But
I'm pretty sure it was. I don't quote me on that. I think it was on that.
The original Battlefront 2 is arguably one of the best shooters of all time, and if you ever wonder, like,
Galactic Assault was one of the, or no, was it Galactic Assault or was it the game mode?
Galactic Conquest.
Yeah, Galactic Conquest was one of the most fun game modes in any video game ever imagined.
It is one of the most slept on PvP games ever.
Also, that game taught me what every planet in Star Wars basically was based on the map and everything.
I
'cause of the
can,
little
I can
animations.
name,
You no, you could just show me a still frame of a Star Wars planet. I could tell you the name of the planet like immediately.
I can name more Star Wars planets than I can planets in our
Our own
galaxy.
solar system. Yeah, I know. Same.
No, I can
Just
name
because
all
of that
the
game.
I can name all the planets in our solar system. That's easy. But like in our galaxy, I can name like fucking Megiddo. The fuck is a Megiddo?
Yavin 4.
Okay, no, okay, that one's cheating because that's in
Not even that
actual
hard.
Star Wars. But you've got like
Yeah, I know.
Megiddo, you've got Pulse Massa, you've got that's it. Other than like
there you go.
stuff,
All right, that's all, folks. Yeah, all right.
other than like the stuff like Naboo and all the stuff that everyone knows.
Yeah.
So another one for me, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And I'm not a Call of Duty guy. The extent of Call of Duty that I played has always been the campaigns. But when Halo 4 came out and I was not a fan of it, I picked up a copy of Black Ops 2 and I enjoyed it. I really did. I love the way the guns looked. I loved the customization system. And I would argue that that is the last great Call of Duty multiplayer. Granted, once again, that's...
I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with that. Anyways,
the next one is more of a me thing. Destiny 1 PvP. Standard 6v6 Crucible, by the way, is some of the most fun I have ever had in any game in the last like decade.
until you get to the scoreboard at the end when somebody gets an exotic, and then you're like, "Fuck!"
That was part of the enjoyment.
No, because it was always the fucker at the bottom of the leaderboard.
Yeah,
that
it
would
was
get the
always
exotic.
the squeaker bottom fragging down there.
Or like some rando who just joined at the end of the match and gets it. It's like, fuck this guy.
Now, granted, Destiny 1 PvP did a lot wrong. Didn't have the voice chat. There was a lot of social
What do
features.
you mean it didn't have the voice chat? It had voice chat.
Not, yeah, for parties, but not like the, the
Oh,
one-
you can do game chat. It's the same as Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 doesn't have, no,
No,
but
yeah,
no.
You could like log into game chat and talk shit. Like
No.
that was a thing in Destiny 1. I did that. I remember.
No, no one could get into it because you
Yes,
had,
you could.
No,
you
no,
had to like
hold
click
on.
a button. It wasn't that hard.
yes, it was for fucking
not.
mouth breathers. It was
idiot.
hard. I was always in there, sun charging people, sun charging hunters, and they're like nothing.
Yeah, I was a blade dancing like skip grenade spam Shinobu's
I
Val
cr-
fucking.
I
Yeah, I know.
craved.
I
I
was gonna
craved
say-
those people. I
one of those
actively
fuckers.
wanted them. I was the motherfucker who would hold on to my hammer of soul the entire match.
Yeah, fuck you.
And the moment I started hearing other people's supers, it's like that motherfucker's trying to have fun.
You're like that guy's trying to have fun. Let me shut him down.
Yeah, I would literally pop it, go third person, sit around, watch them run through sun charge.
You know what I would do? I would shut down people like you with the skip grenades.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you weren't actively running at me, I'd go after. That thing had you could
was so
clear
good.
half of
Yeah,
the
I know.
map with
just
one
that, yeah.
charge.
It was so stupid.
It was so good, and they never brought it back. Fuck you, Bungie. And my number one, the George Washington head on there, in my opinion, this is not only the best PvP game, for me, I'd argue that this is probably the last fully complete video game that we ever got, and is the last truly great game that Bungie ever made, and that's Halo Reach. Before someone says, why not Halo 3? Halo 3 is more balanced. Halo Reach is more fun. The community was better. The custom games in the Forge was better. And you built all of that into a great PvP.
It was also like the end of Halo in a way.
Yeah. I mean, it was
And it
the
like
last
kind of
Halo.
brought it was like the last great Halo game.
All of the maps were amazing. The multiplayer customization, once again, that we talked about earlier, to where you could
Yeah.
choose your matchmaking preferences, were amazing. In the greatest mode, the most like it sucks because this mode was never brought back because 343 is fucking stupid. You had Invasion. You had Griffball. If you wanted to sweat your ass off, there was an MLG playlist that played to the T, had the exact same balance and everything that they were playing in the tournaments at the time.
Yep, it was perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Yeah, there and if
Halo Reach was for those who didn't get to experience Halo Reach on the Xbox 360 back when like in its prime. It's kind of sad just because like it was such a great community. And when I say great community, I mean everyone was talking shit in the voice chats. Like everyone was throwing racial slurs everywhere. It was amazing. If you were a kid, you were getting bullied, or you were bullying adults that were, insecure. So either way, I mean it was shit being hurled everywhere, but it was amazing.
It was the epitome of peak.
It was peak gaming. I never got involved in like clan content and stuff like that. I know one of my close friends did, and he was like, he like eat, slept, and shat Halo Reach. Like he probably put in like 3,000-4,000 hours just in like middle school.
Oh no, I do.
Like it was great. Like he would like I would go over to his house and all we would play is Halo Reach.
No, that was me.
Yeah, and it was like it would be custom games, it'd be like competitive play, it would be anything, like all sorts of lobbies and things like that. And like I played a good bit of it, and then I found Skyrim, and then I kind of like I went like in a hermit crab like off to the distance to play single player games for a bit. And then I eventually came back for Destiny 1.
My weekends in high school, most of the time, were comprised of get up, go do what I need to do, come home, live in the BTB playlist until I crashed that night.
Damn.
Then you catch up on the Achievement Hunter videos that, you missed.
Different times, man. Different times.
A relic.
All right, well, let me go ahead and give out my Mount Rushmore real fast. My no specific order on these as well, just 4 pinnacle games that I've had a lot of experience with in the PvP sector. I gotta throw in Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Such a goated game. Like literally the community around that game was maybe not as toxic as like the Halo stuff, but like it was like a third person Transformers style game, and it had like a fantastic PvP mode with like I think it was like 4 different classes with like customizable weapons, power up abilities. It was a very much arena shooter in like the Halo sense, like but like it was like third person over the top with like transforming vehicles, very fast paced. For those who played it back in the day, they understand what I mean. It was peak.
I was too busy. I was too busy with Halo Reach, and I hate.
See,
myself.
when I was playing that game, I wasn't allowed to buy Halo Reach yet because I was too young, according to my parents. So I got to play that for a long time until Halo Reach. But I even went back to the game after getting Halo Reach. So good times.
I wasn't into Transformers at the time.
Ah, well, another sad thing as well, because Transformers was pretty amazing at that period of time. That was probably like the best time to be a Transformers fan. In my opinion.
Say that, but that's also like the reason why I checked
Michael
out.
Bay period.
Yes, that's why I checked out of Transformers.
To be fair, I will actually disagree with that, because it was actually after the Michael Bay era, like sort of like in that like weird period after like the third movie.
God, those movies are awful, man. I hate them.
I love them and I hate them at the same time. But like I love them for how stupid they are. But they brought a lot of attention to the Transformers franchise, and we got some really cool spin-off shows like and more content for the franchise because of those movies.
Yeah.
So as a Transformers fan, I'm a big fan of the Michael Bay, like at least the original 3, even though I think that they're all have many flaws. But man, the recreation of the moon landing was really hilarious. In the third movie. That was really funny. Like that whole movie was just a documentary about the moon landing. It was just like, how would we make a documentary about the moon landing and call it a Transformers film? Anyways, my number 2 pick would be I gotta give Halo a game. For me, it's probably Halo 3, just because I probably spent more time on that than I did Reach. Definitely, because like I got started with Halo 3 like at a very young age and continued playing it after for many years, and I still go back and play it a lot. Great game, great PvP. I don't think I played it at its peak, so I can't really speak to its toxicity levels and sweats of that era because I was a little too young at the time, but it was a great experience.
Yeah, I was also too young. I missed it as well, but I remember watching clips and just seeing it's not only the like clips of in-game, but goddamn, man, the community around that game felt like a real community. The midnight launches, the lines of
Oh yeah.
people, like it. Communities nowadays are some of the fakest pieces of shit I've ever fucking seen. It's
And like Halo at that time, it brought people together like in person.
yeah,
Was the difference between like what gaming looks like now versus what it was like back then? Because I mean, Halo was a couch co-op game
yeah,
that you played with your friends. Like you would go to someone's house, like whoever's had a console, and you put the disc in, you grab 4 controllers, you sit down and you play, whether it's for friends or family. And I
Yeah.
did it with both friends and family because I mean, I had a cousin who was like super into Halo, and then I'd
Mhm.
also play with my friends. So I mean, it was like kind of the best of both worlds.
yep.
And like it genuinely was like the pinnacle of the gaming experience. I'm gonna throw another game on there that's like not exactly, I guess, PvP oriented, but actually, no, I won't throw that game in there. I take that back.
I mean, this is
All
a
right.
PvP Mount Rushmore.
No, I know. I was gonna throw Smash Bros, but I'm not gonna say. I won't put that one on there.
I mean, I'll allow it. I mean, like, I'll think you're dumb, but I mean, yeah.
No, but like you gotta let me like pick which specific Smash Bros.
I swear to God, if you say the one on the GameCube,
It's Melee.
is that the GameCube one?
Yes,
You're
that is the one.
Get the hell out of here. Go
Yeah, fuck you.
go back to the fucking little like chud convention where they all congregate, where it smells like fucking
No. On an actual note, though, it's Brawl. I played Brawl a lot more than Melee, but
that's fine.
That was more
Everyone
of a
everyone hates that. All the competitive people hate that one.
I don't care about the competitive scene. That game was just fun to play with friends.
All because of one word: tripping.
Wait, is that really the reason why nobody likes that game?
Yes.
Oh, that's stupid. That game was peak. I loved Brawl. Smash Bros. Brawl was amazing. I always loved pausing the camera whenever someone was trying to like do something cool, and they're just like, "Fuck you," like get super angry or whatever. Great times and like the whole. I mean, that's like more fighting game than it is like a shooter PvP style games and stuff like that.
Well, no, it's still.
If I had to like swap that one out on this Mount Rushmore list, I'd probably throw Battlefield 4.
Well, no, it's still a PvP game. I know that when making my list, I was very much like, man, I wish I could throw a non-shooter on here, but like I just.
That's the non-shooter I would put on there is Super Smash Brothers.
What? Not For Honor? The pinnacle of PvP?
You see, I love For Honor, or I love the idea of playing For Honor. Because back when it first came out, it was actually a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun for many years to come, but like I say with Sea of Thieves, the idea of playing it is definitely a lot better than actually playing it. Yeah, it is a shit show as far as like balance and like connectivity and the game modes and yeah, like I mean, I'm no saint as far as like, you know, playing a fair game. I'm a warden main, so it's not like I'm really anybody who can say anything about balancing. But yeah.
Yeah. What else you
Anyways,
got on your list?
yeah, my last one for the list is it's a weird one. I think this one's kind of lasted a lot longer than I expected it to because it like got a new game like title or whatever. It's a Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and it got like morphed into Counter-Strike 2, which was really just like graphics upgrade and stuff like that. I'd throw this on the list solely because of the fact that like it's a really like fun shooter, like competitive game style thing. I had a lot of fun in high school playing this with like my buddies and stuff like that on PC, and we probably played more of Counter-Strike Source than Global Offensive, but I still played a lot of Global Offensive like with them as well, and I think it's a really fun game.
I've always respected CS:GO for both what it's given to the industry, both the positives and the absolute fucking
negatives. Yeah, I've never
negatives.
got into the skins thing at all. I've never been a part of that community, but like I've only really only ever played the game. I can actually say this. I've never opened the case in that game before.
Let me,
like I actually don't even know how to do it.
I do, but it's only because
I was going to swipe your credit card. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, because you have to buy the keys. The only reason,
that's what I thought. Yeah,
the only reason I know this is because I remember an era of YouTube where case openings reigned supreme.
Yeah, with like the YouTube, like the loot boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like I
watching a clip of like some streamer playing like he was like trying to clutch up in like a CS:GO game, and he's like mid-match opens a case because of his like OCD shit. I was like, I think it was like XQC or some shit. I was just like, what the fuck kind of addiction is this guy on for the gambling?
I mean, that guy is like just a gambler at the end of the day. No, like,
Oh yeah.
I can't argue with yours. Like, one, because it's objective, but two, like, those are just solid games. They really are. I mean,
Yeah. And there's many more I could throw in there. Like I mentioned, Battlefield 4 I think is a great game as well. Battlefield 3 is along with it. I think both had very great qualities to them. I also really enjoyed Battlefield 1, even though it was like incredibly super buggy.
I hate Battlefield 1.
I love Battlefield 1. That was a lot of fun. Overwatch, I'll mention Overwatch. Like Overwatch in like the early era from like 2016 through like 2018, 2019 was probably like its best period of time. And then I don't know when Overwatch 2 came out, but like anything after 2019 with Overwatch, I was just like, okay, I'm done with this game.
There's also one we can't mention. You can't have a PvP list of anything without talking about the most generational fumble of generational fumbles, and that is Titanfall.
Concord.
We're talking about real video games, all right?
Okay. Not, my bad.
Not tax write-offs, all right?
I mean, Titanfall. You see, if I was a different person, that would be on my list. But like, I liked Titanfall. I
know the person.
We both know the person. Of course, yeah. Either way, like Titanfall 1 was quirky. It had some fun multiplayer and whatnot. Titanfall 2 had a really cool multiplayer sandbox and everything. I liked it a lot more than Apex Legends. Like, it's just, I don't know. It wasn't for me. I mean,
oh no, Apex Legends is a plague is a plague on the gaming community. And
you mean Ape Sex Legends?
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And
you said it wrong.
Anyone that plays like that kind of game is actively the reason why gaming is in the shit state that it's in now.
Yeah.
Whether you're just an average person or a streamer.
Also, isn't it kind of retarded that they did a Gundam collab with it, like in a game that's like where they cut out the mechs from Titanfall to make the shitty game?
There was a review on Steam for that, and it's...
I was like, what's the point of doing a Gundam collab when you could just put Titans in the game?
But they won't, because that would be too fun.
There you go.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for listening. There's Spotify links down below if you want to listen to it over there. There's a Twitter. I will probably post stupid shit on there at some point. Other than that, there's a subscribe button. There's a like button if you want. I don't care. I'm not your dad. You know, do what you want. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one.